Welcome everybody to the AMF Syosset Finals. We are at May 19th, 2013. This is the LIGBT Finals. We had a great tournament today. Let's introduce our three final shootout members. And on the left in the orange shirt, it's Mr. William Watson. William comes from Hempstead, New York. He's 24 years old and he is a student and works part-time at Citi Field. In the middle is Gary Paulsen from Massapequa, New York. He sells real estate. He is 56 years old. And to our right is Sal Mattera, who is from Wisconsin. He is a financial advisor, and Sal is a young 73 years old. And what's unique about our three bowlers, none of them have ever won an LIGBT title, so we will have a new champion today. Okay, bowlers, shake hands, and let's get going. Press the red key. You have? We have a correction here. William Watson has won an LIGBT event, so it's Gary and Sal looking for their first title, and William Watson looking for his second LIGBT title. Okay, Gary Paulsen will start the match. He goes high and leaves a wicked split. That's the 4-7-9-10. William Watson throws a two-handed shot, and he puts 10 in the pit. What a pretty shot by William. And he starts with a strike. Now, William is getting 45 pins a game. Gary is getting the most at 61 pins a game. And Sal is getting a mere 27 pins a game. So I guess the older you are, the better you get. So Sal is now getting up in the first frame. Oh, Sal leaves a rocking 7-pin. Had a great crowd here on this rainy day. 128 entries packed the bowling center. They competed on Kegel's 42-foot Dead Man's Curve, which produced pretty competitive scores in the first squad, but then they opened up, and in the second squad the scores got quite high. And the cut was 732, and in the first squad it was like 685. Here's Sal's attempt at the spare. He covers it perfectly. The LIGBT is going to be having next week their big Memorial Day weekend tournament. $3,000 on top, $1,500 second. All entries are $65 if you prepay, $70 if you walk in. 1 and 6 each squad will make the finals. Okay, William Watson working on a strike. Throws this one a lot wider and gets a good strike, leaving the 4-pin as the last pin to go down. So William starts with a double. Gary Paulsen goes high again. This time he leaves the 4-7. Sal Mattera is up on the right lane. Sal is working on a spare on the first frame. Sal goes a little high, leaves the 4-pin. Should be an easy spare for Sal. Gary Paulsen makes his first mark of the match, and he has spared in the second frame. nice spare by Sal. And he starts off with 2 9-pin spares. Okay, William Watson working on a double. Will be entering his 3rd frame on lane 39. William is one of the bowlers, few bowlers in our club that uses a 2-hand delivery. And he shovels the ball right, snaps the ball, goes way high, and leaves the Greek Church. The 4, 7, 6, 9, 10. This one is going to be almost impossible to make, and he gives back 5 pins in wood since he was on a double. There goes Gary with a nice mixer. And Gary starts off with his first strike now in the 3rd frame, and he's got 28 in the 2nd. Here comes William. He gets a 7. He winds up getting 3 pins on the right to fill his frame with 8. William now has 51 in the 3rd frame, 96 with his handicap. Sal working on 2 9-pin spares, shoots his 3rd frame and throws a nice ball down the middle to mix a strike. And Sal's now clean after 3 frames with 39 in the 2nd, working on a strike. We hope everybody's going to include the LIGBT event at AMF Babylon Bowl on Memorial Day weekend. We have squads on Friday night, 7 and 9, Saturday, 5 and 7, and then the big day, Sunday, 1 and 3 p.m. with a Desperado shootout after that, and then the finals. William Watson shovels the ball and throws the ball great in the pocket, but leaves a ringing 10. Gary Paulsen working on a strike. He mixes it up and Gary doubles. So Gary coming back from an open in the 1st frame goes with a spare in the 2nd and a double in the 3rd and 4th. So he's looking good, and William Watson just flagged the 10-pin. So he now has back-to-back opens after starting with a double. So this match is tight, even though we're only in the early frames. Now Sal, who is clean, is going up for the 4th frame, working on a strike. And Sal throws a very nice shot and leaves almost the 5-7-10, which is almost unbelievable to even think about, but he winds up leaving the 7-10. They consider the 5-7-10 the one split that is impossible to make, although we know many people have made it with a very slow ball. But in an unfortunate break, because the ball looked good, he probably hit the oil a little too soon. The ball had no energy going into the pocket. So Sal is going to try to just pick up 1 pin, fill the frame, and now all 3 of our bowlers have at least 1 open in the first 4 frame. And Sal does a great job and makes his 1-pin conversion. So let's look at the scoring now. After 4 frames, William Watson has 60 scratch in the 4th, 105 total with his handicap. Sal has 67 scratch in the 4th with 94 with his handicap. And Gary is working on a double, has 28 in the 2nd with a double in the 3rd and 4th, giving him 89 pins with handicap. So Gary right now has about a 15-pin lead over William Watson. And William right now is on lane 39 for his 5th frame. William throws the ball and goes high and leaves the 3-6-10. Gary working on a double. Throws the ball Looks a little wide, and he leaves a half a bucket. Leaves a bucket with the extra 7-pin, so that's going to hurt him on wood. And this match is right now close as we hit the middle mark. And a chop for William Watson. That's his third open in a row. And he's frustrated right now. He throws such a nice ball. 68 in the fifth. 113 with handicap. Gary Paulsen now opens as he only gets 4 to the 5 pins. And Gary now has 81s in the fifth frame scratch, 142. He is 29 pins ahead of William Watson. Sal Mattera is up on lane 39. And Sal throws it a little wide, misses the head pin, and leaves 1-2. Should be an easy conversion for Sal. Oh, and Sal misses the head pin and again has an open. So this is a match of futility. The lanes probably are transitioning and getting pretty ugly now. Let's look at the scores after 5 frames. As you can see, Gary has 81 scratch, 142 handicap. William, 68 scratch, 113. And Sal, 76, 103. All right, let's get back to the action. William Watson on the right lane, he leaves the 6-pin. Gary Paulsen goes high, leaves the 2-4-5. William looking for a spare, changes balls, and makes the spare. So he finally stopped his string of opens and now has a mark in the 6th frame with a nice spare. Gary, who was working on an open in the 5th frame, let's see if he can convert this choppable spare. And he misses it. So Gary now gets 80. He is 89 in the 6th frame, scratch, 150 with his handicap. Okay, Sal's up, and he pulls the ball, goes high, and look at that! A power beaker strike, and Sal. Give us a little wry smile. There we go. Sal smiling for us, knowing he got a break. Couldn't happen to a nicer man, as Sal is one of the finest people here in our club. And this match is really close. Gary right now has the lead with 150 pins with handicap after 6. 37 pins behind him is William, and Sal is 103. But he's working on a mark. So he's down about 27 pins. William goes high, leaves the 6-10. Gary on the right lane, and he lofts it out there for a 10s in the pit. Nicely done, Gary. Gary Paulsen, a great story. He was hit hard in this Hurricane Sandy storm. He still is not able to live in his house. So he is living in hotels, and it would be a blessing for him to take home the $1,000 first prize in this tournament. Certainly would help him get back into his home. Really, it's amazing how some of these people on Long Island are still suffering 6 months after Superstorm Sandy. All right, back to the action. Sal is on lane 39 on the left lane, working on a strike. This would go a long way if he could double. And Sal rips the rack and gets a strike. And he has a double, and he's really back in this match. So this match is starting to get real tight.
Boy, Gary, when you strike, you get a little...
Sal right now is down 6 pins to Gary Paulsen. And William Watson, who's working on a spare, is now bowling his 8th frame. Oh, what a nice shot. So he switched equipment. Looks like the ball goes a lot straighter, and William picks up a strike in the 8th frame. Okay, Gary is now on the left lane working on a strike. Gary goes high and leaves a 3-6-10. So Sal Mattera can get, if he strikes on this ball, which would be a triple, he takes the lead in the 8th frame. Sal, knowing the importance of this shot, backs off as the sweeper came down a little later than normal. So he did the right thing, backs off the approach. Now he's going to reset, and he's going for a triple and to take the lead. Sal throws the ball well and puts 10 in the pit. Sal wants his first LIGBT trophy, and he threw that with authority. Great shot, Sal. And Gary here's his attempt at the spare, and he chops it. Ooh, a tough break for Gary. Let's take a look at the scoreboard going into the 9th frame. And you can see Gary has 117, 178 with his handicap. And William, he's working on a strike, 157 with 51 with handicap, and Sal has got a triple, and he's 133. And here's William's shot. And he goes wide and leaves the 210 split. Gary goes Jersey or Brooklyn. And Gary's still in the hunt. It's a 4-pin match right now. William Watson, he makes the 1 pin. And William Watson now has 179 with his handicap going into the 10th frame. So the best William can do is 209. While Gary can strike out for 238 handicap, and Sal can strike out for 253 with handicap. So this is a big shot for Sal. Sal pulls this one. Oh, he pulls it and strips the 4-7 for a 4-timer. So Sal taking advantage of his 4-6 cave-in earlier in the 7th frame, and he is now followed up with 4 in a row. William Watson can't believe it. Great shot. He leaves a ringing 10 pin again. Gary needs this strike to force Sal to mark in the 10th frame, and Gary gets up there, goes high, and leaves the 3-pin. So it looks like Sal is on his road to his first victory. What a great day for the 73-year-old bowler. And William Watson misses the shot, so he finishes
that one out.
All right, Gary spares up. William Watson, he finished with 143 and 188 total. And Gary gets 8, So he finishes with 155 scratch, 216 handicap. So Sal needs a 7 on his first ball and 2.
He went in the gunner.
Just throw a ball. William, just throw a ball, please.
Change it. Oh, how you doing? You gotta do something else.
Hold on. Okay, bowlers, here is the situation. Gary finished with 216. William Watson finished with 188. Sal Mattera needs a 7-2. 7 count on his first ball, 2 on his second to secure his first LIGBT title. He knows how important his shot is, and again he backs off. Sal lets it go, looks beautiful, and it's a winner! Sal Mattera is a winner with a great strike. That's his 4th in a row. What a great day for Sal Mattera. So William Watson finishes up in 3rd place for $300. Gary Paulsen takes the runner-up position with $500. And
You gotta put it in.
I'm sorry?
You gotta put the strike in because the first one.
Yeah, put it in. So Sal Mattera, who had the lowest amount of handicap, will bowl the highest scratch game. So looks like the handicaps are very accurate as far as the representation of each of the bowler's abilities, which is always nice to see. And he is going to finish with the strikes here, game in the 220s. Well bowled for Sal. What a shot. What a great shot. And Sal is really bowling well like a champion. Sal finishing up his match. Throws an 8 count to finish up with a 224 scratch, 251, a 35-pin victory for Gary. Congratulations. Congratulations to Sal Mattera for winning his first LIGBT title with a 251. Second is Gary Paulsen with a 216 handicap. And third is William Watson. As you see them all shaking hands. What a great tournament. And we'll be back for the trophy presentation right after this.